like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. Ryan Tannehill will be orchestrating the offense, the top 10 pick back in 2012.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Derrick Henry. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. And he locates Walker, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready. Watching the guy. Here we go.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he finds his target. It's Sharp.
Let's go, boys.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Here's a quick throw out wide to Humphries. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. First carry for James Conner. A check on the numbers last week for Conner. He was able to topple the 200-yard mark and a rushing touchdown for good measure.
And what I found surprising, all those yards he accumulated, only found the end zone one
just
time.
once.
That doesn't even seem fair, does it?
But still, the 200-yard mark, something he can always carry in his back pocket. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. On second down, Conner looking for space. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Mike 54, exit. Box try. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54. Danny.
To throw on third down, Love. Finds his running back, James Conner. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first run.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a second down coming up.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On second down, it's Conner. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Operating from the gun. Love. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out come the Titans now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet there are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down now, it's Connor, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is taken at the 18. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Love. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Back to throw. Love. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? the better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tannehill throwing again. He completes it to Henry. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. To the air again, Tannehill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not...
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Love. This will be caught inside the 10. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. A final shot before break. Love. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now it's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Go now. 8, read. I know you ain't got it. Get it. Go.
They'll run it again with Henry. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll run with Henry. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
You better be ready. Now.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
They start the drive with Connor. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 54 yards on the ground. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Draw play. This is Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Tannehill. Complete. It's Henry.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 19. Running from the gun with Henry. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Throwing on 1st down. Love going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And there's that man again. It's complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now this one complete to Corey Davis, and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Tannehill now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now here's a throw that's taken in by Tajay Sharp, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D-tackle, getting the sack.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And now it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it?
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Love. And he finds McDonald. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point put through by Boswell. They're all through now, by the way, in the Meadowlands. And that lead there for the Rams has extended. They just scored again. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense through the shutout.